Hi, this is Bill Brower for Easy Language Learning by Example tutorial for TradeStation. This is lesson 1.07 with the windbreaker strategy. This is actually a strategy that has 4 separate momentum systems all in one with a user selectable input, so you can choose how you want to enter your trade. In this case, System 1 is to enter on the close. System 2 will be to use a stop entry. System 3 uses a limit entry, and System 4 uses a market order entry. An example of the entry on close is to use the buy word. It's a reserved word in TradeStation to enter on, and this is used with entry on close. You would say buy this bar on close. The stop order is used to enter a short trade below where the price is currently trading. It would be used in an example to sell short next bar low stop. And sell short is the reserved word to enter a short trade. Limit orders, an example would be buy next bar, low limit, and that would be buying at a price lower than the current market price. A market order would be to sell short, next bar market, and that would enter the trade at the very next tick. Exits, the reserved word sell exits a long trade, and buy to cover exits a short trade. So we will use a strategy that uses the momentum function, and momentum is the difference between two prices. As an example, close of the current bar C minus close of 5 bars ago is the momentum of 5 bars. Momentum function has 2 inputs, price and length. This strategy has 2 inputs, and the first is the entry type, which is a number from 1 to 4, and the momentum len, which is the length of our momentum. Here is our code down here for the inputs, the variable, and the momentum val, which is the momentum as described up above. We have our entry type and momentum length. Momentum val will store the momentum of 5 bars, and it is an input that we can change. Here we have the setup and sell short conditions or filters, if you wish. The is buy variable will be true when it is time to enter a long trade. Is sell short is true when it's time to enter a short trade. Is buy will be when the momentum val is greater than 0 and the low is greater than the prior bar low. We will sell short if the momentum val is less than 0 and the high is less than the prior bar's high. So here is our very first entry type, entry on close. If entry type is 1, then buy this bar on close, and if sell short is true, then sell short this bar on close. Entry type 2 is our stop entry. If entry type 2 is true, then we look to see if is buy is true. Then if it is, then buy next bar at high stop. You'll notice that the word at is turned green. It is not really a necessary word. TradeStation recognizes it, and because it is not required, it can be omitted, and it will turn green. Green words are considered skip words. They are not required. If sell short is true, then we sell short next bar at low stop. We will be selling below the current price. Using the limit order entry, we will be buying at a lower price than current. So if is buy is true, buy next bar low limit, or L limit. And similarly, if is sell short is true, we sell short at the next bar high limit. Finally, the market order. If entry type is 4, then we can buy the next bar market if is buy is true, or sell short if is sell short is true. We use a simple trail stop, sell next bar at low of the prior bar stop, or buy to cover next bar high of the prior bar stop. Let's see how this looks inside TradeStation. Okay, here we are in the TradeStation development environment. From the menu, I click on File, New, Strategy, and the name is going to be LBE underscore 1.07 windbreaker. Click on OK. I need to create the inputs and variables. We have two inputs, the entry type, we'll set the default value to 1, and the momentum length variable, we will set that to 5 as the default. My variables, we will have momval, which stores the momentum value, the is buy Boolean variable, and the is sell short. Let's create the momentum statement first. You will notice sometimes I capitalize letters and sometimes I don't. Capitalizing is not necessary. It means exactly the same thing as small letters. It's done merely to make the code more readable, but it's not necessary. We have our is buy condition. And in this case, momentum has to be increasing. I'll make that caps. The low is greater than the low of the prior bar. The is sell short is when momentum is decreasing and the high is less than the high of the prior bar. Let's set up our on close entry. We have our condition. If entry type equals 1, then begin. If is buy, then buy this bar, close. If sell short, then sell short. this bar close. I'll say on close. So you can see the on is a skip word. It is not necessary and it doesn't cause a problem for TradeStation. Let's just verify the code and see if it verifies or if I've made any mistakes. It does verify. I can proceed with the next piece of code. Let's go and do the stop order next. Stop order. And in this case, I'm going to just copy this block of code down here. I'm going to change the entry type to 2, and if I have a buy, it will be on the next bar at the high on a stop. Or if I have a sell short condition, then I sell short next bar. And in this case, I do not want on, we want low stop. So let's do the other two conditions, the limit order. Whoops. Control V, Control V, paste both of those. So now I have a limit order entry. That is with entry type 3. If is buy, then buy next bar low limit, which means at or better than the low of the bar, and it is next bar, and the opposite will be true. We want for the sell short at the high on a limit, and then we want a market order with entry type 4. We have our next bar market, and same is true for the sell short next bar. Then we have our two exits. We're going to sell, which means to exit from a long trade at the next bar low of the prior bar on a stop, or buy to cover next bar high of the prior bar on a stop. Let's see if that verifies. Down here it says saved and verified. Let's go apply this to the chart and see how it works and if I have made any mistakes. I'm going to insert this strategy. LBE 1.07 windbreaker. Clicking on OK. And here clearly there must be a problem because no trades have appeared. Let's see if it actually took any trades. No trades were generated. So we know there must be a problem with the code. We go back to the code to take a look to see what might have happened. First, we're going to look at the inputs. Aha, here is, I've got momentum set up with mom val as the length. That should have been mom length or mom len. I verify the code F3, come back, and now I have trades. Let's see how this looks in the strategy performance report. It takes 867 trades. That's way too many trades to be taken on a daily 10-year daily chart. Average profit per trade is $8.33, which is would not even cover slippage and commission. It's unacceptable. So let's change this and format the strategy and take them only on stop orders. Change that to 2. And let's see what the results are here. It takes fewer trades, 625, $8.62 is the average profit. Again, not satisfactory. Let's try a limit order. We click on Format Strategies, change the entry type to 3. We see 858 trades, $1.33 per trade. I usually look at the average trade net profit first. If it doesn't cover slippage and commission, then there's no sense in looking for any further. Format the strategy one more time, and we can test entering at the market. $5.40, still pretty pitiful with 919 trades. So we determined that this is probably not an ideal trading strategy, but we weren't looking for something ideal. We were looking to see if we learned anything. That about wraps it up for Easy Language Learning by Example tutorial number 7. This is Bill Brower for Inside Edge Systems. You can find out more about the Easy Language Learning by Example workbook at my website at insideedge.net. I hope you learned something. Thanks for listening.